Who just asked me to start your video? Am I audible?
Yes.
Rock and roll.
Hello. So let's begin. If you just communicate, you can get by. But if you communicate skillfully, you can work miracles. And that's what we are going to learn today. So good afternoon and welcome everyone to SideEnd, learning effective communication skills through psychogeometrics, presented by IDA Dombivli. I would like to introduce our guest speaker for today. The more I say about him is less. Mr. Prantik Panigrahi completed his Bachelor of Computer Science from University of Pune. Being a completely people's person and an avid reader of spiritual and self-help books, he decided to pursue a career in training where he could effectively impart his knowledge. India's first certified 3 vital questions facilitator, global psychogeometrics facilitator, internationally licensed Heal Your Life seminar leader, NLP practitioner, diploma in experiential education, a life coach, business coach, and a parenting coach. Wow. He has been counseling and coaching many participants, right from students to CEOs of different organizations. His major work for 64 plus organizations has resulted in a stupendous increase in sales, managing differences for better teamwork, and help them grow better as an individual. This is so much to say. I think we'll learn more about you in the end of the lecture. It's better I speak less now. I would like our President, sir, to welcome him. Dr. Lalit Patil, sir, please welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Prantik Panigrahi.
Welcome, Mr. Prantik. We are very eager to listen to you. And let me tell you about our branch. It's a very vibrant and active branch. It's so active that we were not expecting so much tremendous response for this event. And the registrations are full already. So I know the audience is very much eager to listen to you. And I hope you, and I know you are able to fulfill those expectations. So over to you, Tripti, and welcome, Mr. Prantik Panigrahi. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Tripti, you're mute.
I would also like to introduce Dr. Neha Panigrahi. She is Mr. Panigrahi's wife and also a dentist. Welcome, ma'am. I would like Dr. Kamet, sir, our Honorable Secretary, to welcome Dr. Neha Panigrahi. Dr. Lalit Patil, sir, you can welcome Dr. Neha Panigrahi.
Okay, welcome, Dr. Neha. Neha is a very active member. She is a ex-EC member of IDA Pune branch, and she was our colleague during our college days from our dental college. She was batchmate of Dr. Kamet Chaudhary. She was a great inspiration for all of us. She is a great inspiration because she is active in numerous fields apart from dentistry. She has her couple of ventures as well, and she is a BNI member too since many years. So she actually connected IDA Dombivli branch to Mr. Prantik Panigrahi, and so we can organize all this wonderful event today. So thank you and welcome, Neha, for giving us the opportunity to host such a wonderful event.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lalit.
Welcome.
So So before we begin with the lecture, I would first like to give certain instructions to our audience today. Kindly keep your pen and paper ready with you. Any queries that you have will be answered at the end of the session, and it is going to be an interactive session, so you better don't sleep. Over to you, Mr. Prantik Panigrahi.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so as the instruction has been given, please sit with pen and diary. Okay, a lot of notes should be taken up. And I would request if all of you can switch on the video and then we can start because this is going to be interactive. So मैं ही बोलता रहूंगा और आप सिर्फ सुनते रहेंगे ऐसा नहीं होने वाला है. So let's see how many of you can switch on the video and we'll make it interactive. Dr. Kamil, you are driving, so I would prefer you to switch off the video. It's very distractive. Okay, great. I'm honored. I'm blessed. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. Good afternoon. So before we start off, I have invited two of our friends, Dr. Pawan and Dr. Jugal. So they are also from your fraternity. Okay, they're also dentists. They have come here for a special purpose, and you will get to know after some time. You will get to know them also. So let's start off. Program is called as Psy Dent. Okay, Psy by it is coming from psychology. Dent because it's dentistry. So what does psychology have to do with dentistry? Okay, so let's understand that part. The tagline is communicating despite differences. The reason why we have kept that tagline also. As humans were evolving, okay, जैसे हम evolve हो रहे थे, ह्यूमन बीइंग का एक डिजायर था कि मैं अपने फीलिंग्स में नेक्स्ट ह्यूमन बीइंग को कम्युनिकेट कर सकूं. ये हमारा एक इनेट डिजायर था. However, उस वक्त कोई लैंग्वेज डिजाइन नहीं था, कोई वर्ड्स इन्वेंट हुए नहीं थे. So they did not know how to communicate to the next person, but they discovered that they can make sound with their mouth, or pop, some sound they can make, and with that sound they could communicate to the next person. Slowly, as they evolved, they identified, they discovered that they can move their fingers, they have motor skills, they can hold certain twigs, few plants, few flowers, they produce ink kind of material. So they started to use the twig and the ink material to draw on the wall, and that picture became communication language to the next person. Slowly, as they evolved, they also identified, they also discovered that there are some hollow objects. If it is banged with some other object, it produces a vibration, it produces sound, and those vibrations became a communication language. So some beat, dig, it became a communication language. And slowly, as they evolved, they invented words, they invented languages, and they could use their mouth, use the words, and communicate to the next person. And that is where they discovered something unique. They discovered that मैंने जो सामने वाले को बोला, सामने वाले ने exactly वो नहीं समझा, उसने कुछ दूसरा ही अर्थ निकाला, कुछ दूसरा ही मीनिंग ले लिया. And because of that thing, it created a lot of miscommunication, lot of differences among people. And those differences, those conflicts gave birth to a certain set of people, group of people. They identified this problem and they started to work on it to bridge the gap between two conflicts. And one of the tools that got designed, which can help communicate despite differences, which can help communicate and bridge the gap between two people, is called as psychogeometrics. So today we'll be understanding more about psychogeometrics, what is this science is all about. So this afternoon will be a 3-point agenda. The first agenda is why one should learn psychogeometrics. Okay, why as a doctor, as a dentist, coming from a dentist profession, why you should be learning it. Okay, you learn that. Second, what is psychogeometry? What is the science all about? And how you can learn and practice in your dental practice and how you can grow. And most importantly, towards the end of the session, we have a gift for all of you. So be tuned, and we have something interesting. We have got 2 gifts for you, all of you. So as the Mr. Tripti introduced, so this is for the people who are there on the online, on the page, and who are watching us online. So this is a brief introduction about me. I love to learn. I'm into this training profession from last 16 years. So these are few of the credentials that I've earned in last 16 years. Okay, and today we'll be only talking about psychogeometrics. Okay, so that's the most important part. I was also awarded in 2020 and 2021 for my contribution in the organizational development. My workshops have helped the organization grow and become more profitable. So that's why I got this award. Now, as I mentioned, this program will be interactive. So be ready to write some answer in the chat box. Neha will be the reader for me during the session. So whatever answer you put in the chat box, she will be reading out to me. So the first question, do you want to have a great team and family bonding?
I think the answers are yes. Most of them say yes.
Great. Next. Do you want to become the most sought after and influential practitioner?
Yes, 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 yes.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Do you want to enjoy financial abundance by treating your patients diligently?
Again, yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay. And most importantly, do you want to know the root cause of all the conflicts and do you want to know how to manage them?
Again, yes. Very much yes.
Great. So all these four questions, answer you have given yes, and psychogeometrics plays a vital role to give you all these outcomes. Now, have you ever wondered, someday sitting alone with a cup of coffee, have you ever wondered about yourself, मैं ऐसा क्यों हूं? For example, मैं इतना ऑर्गेनाइज क्यों हूं? मेरे मेरे 5,000 दोस्त क्यों हैं? मैं इतना जल्दी बोर क्यों हो जाता हूं? क्यों मुझे हर चीज एंड में ही समझ में आती है? क्यों मैं एकदम ऑथोरिटेटिवली बात करता हूं? Have you ever wondered about yourself? If yes, put in the chat box.
Exactly. Exactly that. That's the thing that people have been thinking.
Okay, great. Now, second question. Have you also been wondering why you get along with few people really, really well, and whereas few people trigger you and upset you?
Yes, true. That's the pain point all the time.
Beautiful. Now, continuing the third question, the next question that is coming on the slide, I want the answer in your diary, not in the chat box. Okay. Do you have one difficult person in your life? Write the name of that difficult person in your diary. And all those who are married will be having one, I'm sure. So write the name of one difficult person and also write down the reason why you consider the person as a difficult person. मतलब आप अपने आप को कहाँ पे हताश, where do you find yourself helpless while dealing with that person? Okay, write down one or two reasons. We are going to revisit this question with the idea, with the answer about why that person is a difficult person. We'll come to that. Okay, so let's move ahead. The next question answer I want in the chat box. Okay, everybody needs to participate and we are going to create some magic out of it. Write down 3 words that best describe you. Okay, before you write down in the chat box, let me give you an example. I want you to introduce yourself in 3 words. These 3 words should not be what other people think of you. लोग आपके बारे में क्या बोलते हैं मुझे वो नहीं जानना है. अगर आपको ये 100 लोगों के सामने 3 शब्दों में ही इंट्रोड्यूस करने का मौका मिलता है, so what will be those 3 best words that will best describe you? For example, if Prantik has to introduce, Prantik will introduce as humorous. Jokes, comedy मेरे लिए बहुत natural है. Third, spontaneous. Spur of the moment में बहुत सारी चीजें चेंज करता हूँ. Third, witty. मैं चतुर हूँ. कब किसको कहाँ पे क्या बोलना है मुझे समझ में आता है. So write down your 3 best words in the chat box.
Yeah, we've started getting the answers. Dr. Neeti says she's jolly, spontaneous, happy-go-lucky. Dr. K. Srinivas, interestingly, he says he's selfish, money-loving, and egoistic. Dr. Sharvari says she's honest, hardworking, and witty. Dr. Utkarsha says chatterbox, overthinker, so on and so forth.
Great. So we'll be randomly picking up few people out of this. Okay, and we will show you a small demonstration of psychogeometrics. Okay, so let's see that. Now, one question which you can choose to unmute and answer, or you can write the answer in the chat box. Choice is yours. Where do you find yourself challenging in communicating and connecting with people today? आज की तारीख में आपको कहाँ पे दिक्कत हो रही है लोगों के साथ कम्युनिकेट और कनेक्ट करने में? You can choose to unmute and answer.
So Dr. Utkarsha says, I can't say no. I can't say no to the things directly.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Shweta says, making them understand my point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Srinivas says, fear of speaking with a stranger.
Okay.
Yes, the next one is starting a conversation, breaking the ice, uncommitting people to make them understand my point of view, come out as very straightforward, ask money for my own hard work.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing and thank you so much for being vulnerable. That means ये बताता है कि आप कुछ ना कुछ challenges अभी आप face कर रहे हो. No doubt about that. So ये challenges को हम कैसे overcome कर सकते हैं और क्या उसका कोई solution है क्या? So that we'll find out through this program. Okay. So let's understand about psychogeometrics. So first, let's decode this word. This is a very unique word, psychogeometrics. So psychogeometrics is a combination of two words. Psycho is coming from the word psychology. Geometrics is coming from the subject geometry, algebra geometry. So geometry and geometry word itself means shape. So in combination, this becomes shape psychology. So psychogeometry is also called a shape psychology, and it is a science of decoding people's psychology. It is a science of decoding people's personality, their thinking pattern using geometrical shapes. That's why it is called as psychogeometrics. Now, the first agenda of this evening is why one should learn this science. Okay, why you as an individual, as a doctor, you should be learning this science. So let's deep down into it. Now, in this rapid changing business scenario, if you really want to have a cutting edge in your business, out of these four options, which is the number one thing required? You can choose to unmute or you can write in the chat box. Advanced processes, innovative technology, business strategies, or people skills. Out of these four, which is the number one thing required to have a cutting edge?
Business strategy, again, business strategy, people skills and business strategy.
Great. So number one skill required is people skills. Why? You might have the best of the strategies, but if you do not know how to communicate those strategies to your team member, there is no use of that business strategies. So the number one thing required is people skills. Rest all will fall in place as and when required, but the number one skill required is people skills. And why people skill is called as number one requirement for having a cutting edge is because 100% of our customers and 100% of our employees are all people. हम लोगों के business में हैं, हम लोगों के साथ deal करते हैं. Okay, all our patients are people. And Simon Sinek says so beautifully, if we do not understand people, we do not understand business. ये जो आखिर के दो लाइन है, जरा उसको अच्छी तरह से समझते हैं, pictorially समझते हैं. What is this place? You can unmute and answer. Now I need some interaction. What is this place?
It's a restaurant.
Restaurant. What makes a restaurant a restaurant? What makes the restaurant run?
People coming to it.
People coming to it. What else?
The environment, the music,
Environment,
the
music,
setup, the
setup.
lighting.
Beautiful. Lightning. Lighting, not lightning.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Good. What else? What else?
Food and ambience.
Food and ambience. Perfect. Perfect. So ये सारी चीजें जरा देखते हैं. One, who comes into the restaurant? People. Who cooks food for them? People, the chef. Who cleans the restaurant? A person, the janitor. Who takes care of the restaurant? A person, okay, the manager. Who is taking care of the ambience and everything? The one who are serving. Who is serving the people? The waiter. So it's the people who are making this restaurant business run. अब ध्यान से देखते रहिएगा, ये रेस्टोरेंट से ये लोगों को निकाल देता हूं. अब ये क्या दिख रहा है? What is it now?
An empty restaurant.
An empty restaurant. Do you feel some energy in it?
No.
No energy, right? It could be showroom also. furniture showroom भी हो सकता है. We don't even know if it's a restaurant. Okay, so the energy or everything is run by the people. But the most important part, the people skills is somewhere discarded. It is not taken care of, and by not understanding people, not giving understanding of people a priority, there is a hard cost to the business. ओके मैं आपको कुछ स्टैटिस्टिक्स बता रहा हूं जो कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में है, एंड जस्ट देखिए आपके साथ कितना लागू होता है. हार्वर्ड बिजनेस रिव्यू सेज एनी बिजनेस, ओके टेक एनी बिजनेस, 87% ऑफ द बिजनेस इश्यूज आर ड्यू टू लैक ऑफ इंटरपर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन. आपके बिजनेस में आप ये कितने बार ये लाइनें बोलते हो, यार मैं कितने बार बोलूं, समझता क्यों नहीं है तुम, कितने बार बोलते हो? फिर आप किसी की बात सुन के आते हो, यार वो क्या बोला मुझे समझा ही नहीं, आई फेल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट दैट पर्सन इज वांटिंग टू से. कितने बार बोलते हो?
Many times in a day.
Many times in a day. So look at the number. It is 87% is the huge number. And lack of interpersonal communication leads to misunderstanding and conflicts. And देखो क्या बोल रहा है मेटल रिपोर्ट कि मैनेजर स्पेंड 40% ऑफ द टाइम इन मैनेजिंग डिफरेंसेस, डीलिंग विद इंटरपर्सनल प्रॉब्लम्स. So इसका स्टैटिस्टिक जानने के लिए जस्ट गो बैक टू योर लास्ट मंथ और लास्ट मंथ या सिर्फ लास्ट वीक देख लीजिए, आप कितने घंटे, हाउ मेनी आवर्स डिड यू स्पेंड इन मैनेजिंग कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स, मैनेजिंग डिफरेंसेस? हाउ मच टाइम डिड यू स्पेंड? Right? And because the managers are spending more time in managing conflicts, इसका डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट प्रोडक्टिविटी पे होता है. $350 बिलियन का लॉस हुआ, यानी इतना रुपया कमा सकती थी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, कंपनीज, बिजनेसेस, प्रोफेशनल्स कमा सकते थे, लेकिन नहीं कमा पाए क्योंकि बहुत ज्यादा टाइम कॉन्फ्लिक्ट मैनेजमेंट में गया. ऑल्सो जब हम किसी से बात भी करते हैं, वी वांट आवर सर्विसेज टू बी परचेज्ड एंड वी वांट आवर सर्विसेज टू बी सोल्ड आउट. वो सर्विसेज जो हम सेल आउट करते हैं, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम इट हैपेंस आफ्टर द 5th मीटिंग और द 5th फॉलोअप. तो आप देख पा रहे हो कि कितना टाइम स्पेंड हो रहा है इन जस्ट ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड द क्लाइंट्स नीड एंड रिक्वायरमेंट. नाउ दिस ब्रिंग्स मी टू अ ब्यूटीफुल क्वेश्चन. इमेजिन कीजिए थोड़ा सा, हाउ वुड योर डेंटल ऑफिस लुक if all its people, you and all its people, would become more caring, more convincing, more efficient and more performing? कैसा हो जाएगा?
A dream team.
A dream
Dr.
team.
Tripti says.
Beautiful. So let's talk about this red color word, performance. So because you're coming from a dentistry profession, so let me give you an example and analogy of dentistry. So let's talk about the functioning of the mouth. For a proper functioning of the mouth, the set of teeth plays a very vital role for the functioning of the mouth. And we all know there are different types of teeth: incisors, canine, premolar, and molar. All these in combination, okay, not a single one left out, brings out a proper functioning of the mouth. Now, all these teeth, okay, are designed in a certain way and they have a different function. Each tooth functions in a different way so that there is a better positively influencing the mastications and occlusion, okay, for the better oral functioning. So all these things are very much required for the proper mouth functioning. Similarly, for our business to perform, okay, we are paid for the performance. And if you see two doctors, two professionals start the same kind of business, same profession during the same time, probably in the same locality, but two people perform very differently, okay, in terms of income, in terms of their growth, they perform very differently. Why does that happen? And we found out that their personality plays a vital role in creating the difference in performance. And what does a personality comprise of? Personality comprises of basically 4 things: core needs and beliefs, thinking patterns, emotional reactions, and behavioral patterns. ये चारों जब कॉम्बिनेशन में होता है तो एक इंसान का व्यक्तित्व बनता है. So let's take a small example of emotional reaction. Pandemic जैसे अनाउंस हुआ था, लॉकडाउन जैसे अनाउंस हुआ था, 2 people reacted in a different way. What is the right way, what is incorrect way, हम उसको नहीं find out कर रहे हैं. Okay, one person got into panic zone, other person got into the creative zone. पैनिक वाला बोलते हैं अरे मेरा बिजनेस कैसे चलेगा, मैं पैसे कहां से कमाऊंगा, पता नहीं पैसे कहां से आएंगे. और दूसरा जो है, ओ लॉकडाउन है, let me see what can I create out of it. Two people react in different way, two people give birth to different performances, and that is where psychogenetics plays a vital role. It helps you identify why we behave the way we do. मैं ऐसा क्यों हूं. The moment I understand मैं ऐसा क्यों हूं, I can manage my personality and manage my behavior. And most importantly, वो ऐसे क्यों है, why they behave the way they do, we can also identify them to manage the relationship. So basically, we'll become much more intelligent, emotionally intelligent workforce. Okay, so this is the outcome of it. So Lao Tzu ने कितना खूबसूरत बोला है, the one who knows others is wise, but the one who knows himself is enlightened. And what are the benefits that you would receive? Your interpersonal interaction with patients, clinic staff, associate doctors, consultants will become extremely respectful and effective. Understanding and managing conflict with patients, your staff members, your personal relationship will be getting better. You'll have better rapport with all the patients. You can manage critical staff conversation, patient conversion, and grow your practice and build effective team in your clinic. There are also personal outcomes, okay, personal benefits you can get out of it on a personal front. You will understand your unique personality style. You know your strength and weaknesses of your personality style and how you can leverage it. You will discover the personality style of other people so that you can communicate with them most effectively. You will experience a lot of confidence in different gatherings and conferences. You can make better choices, okay, decision choices and career path also, and also reduce tension and change in your working style and decision making style. So today, like somebody said that it is very difficult for me to say no. So you will understand why do you find it so difficult to say no? Okay, why is it difficult for you to ask for your own money, for your own services? You will get to know through this personality type. Okay, and there are a few tangible results if I have to just share. Okay, I'm showing from different professions. They are coming from different professions. So on the 7th day after learning the science, one of the participants was able to close the deal of very respectful businessman from Pune. So you can read the name over here. I will not say it right now, but you can read it. Okay. One of the participant who was from a real estate business was able to close the deal in second meeting. Another participant closed a deal of 3.78 lakhs just in 45 minutes. Another closed a deal of 11.21 lakhs. And somebody closed a deal of 3 crores. So these are few of the tangible results that my participants have received. And there are intangibles many. Okay, so there are many. We can't even count that. So this brings in to the idea of why one should learn. There is a problem. There is a communication problem. And there are challenges that we are facing. And psychogenetics plays a vital role in it. So once the communication is taken care, it turns out to be a business growth and business development. Now the second part, what is psychogeometrics? Okay, what is this science all about? This science, okay, we call it as the science of understanding people, then the art of influencing them. So let me link it to the basic of psychogeometrics. How does the psychogeometric works? It totally works on the brain functioning, the system of the brain. We all know that we have two hemispheres of the brain, left and right. Okay, so I generally ask this कि left brain dominant वो कैसे perform करते हैं, कैसे data process करते हैं. Generally जब मैं normal crowd को पूछता हूँ तो I get mixed answers, but because it's a group of doctors, I assume and I know that I will be getting the right answer. So instead of asking, I'll just go through it. So anybody who is a left brain dominant person, and this left brain or right brain is decided at the time of birth itself. Okay? The child is designed that way. So if somebody is a left brain dominant person, that person will be more logical, more sequential in nature, more analytical, and good with numbers. And the one who is right brain personality, they are emotional, they are creative, they are abstract and artistic in nature. Now I have a question to all of you. Okay, let's consider. Okay, I would want someone to unmute. I would like to interact. Anybody can unmute. I have a small question to ask. Anyone, just, I want someone to unmute. One? Okay, fair enough. So let me ask you. So let's consider that you are a left brain dominant person and you are sitting in front of a right brain dominant client. Do you think the language of understanding will be same?
Dr. Harsh says no.
No, right? And if the language of understanding is not same, do you think the services that you are asking them to take it, which is required for them, the high-end treatment that you are telling them, the Invisalign that you want to ask them to have it so that it's better, it's good for their teeth, do you think that sale will happen?
High chance of not happening.
Of not happening, right? And this is where psychogeometrics plays a vital role. Psychogeometrics can help you identify the patient in front of me or the vendor in front of me is a left brain dominant or a right brain dominant in just 30 seconds of interaction. वो सामने वाला लेफ्ट ब्रेन है राइट ब्रेन है आपको 30 सेकंड के अंदर पता चल जाएगा. So you can now shift the gears and you can actually speak and communicate in the language the next person prefers to listen. The next person prefers to listen. Okay, and this thing you have already, there is a small description of it in your dentistry course in the form of House classification. So in your House classification, you must have seen the 4 kind of patients. One is who is philosophical, one exacting, the third one is hysterical, the fourth one is indifferent. You have heard about it, you have read about it. Okay, we are touching the same thing, but what is the difference is we will be able to identify them in less than 30 seconds, and we'll also learn how to communicate with them because we will understand what are their likes, dislikes, preferences, choices, everything in just 30 seconds. Like for example, there are a few patients who want everything to be written and scripted, and there are a few patients who never come on time. So you will get to know कि patient इस patient को first appointment देना है, पूरा descriptively लिख के बताना है, या इनको last appointment देने से मेरा time बचेगा. You'll get to know that using psychogeometrics. Okay, so there are 3 USPs of psychogeometrics. First is it is one of the most simplest science that you can learn to understand people's psychology. It is very cost effective. It does not burn your pocket. And most importantly, it is the only psychometric tool in India which gives you written template, okay, strategies to communicate with the other personalities. It's the only one. Okay, so that makes us very unique. Now, to help you understand with the alignment of your dentistry profession, we know that there are 4 different types of teeth. Each tooth has a different function. Okay, the structure is different, the functionality is different. Like for example, if I have to bite, if I have to cut a fruit, I cannot cut it with my canine or I cannot cut it through my molar teeth. Okay, I have to cut it through my incisor. Okay, similarly, if I want to tear down something, I need to use canine, premolar, something to grind, and if I have to mix everything and make fine particle out of it, then it is molar. So each tooth has a different function, each tooth has a different placement, each tooth we use it in a different way. Okay, and we cannot swap it. Similarly, all this personality in the world of psychogeometrics, psychology and geometrical shapes, in the world of psychogeometrics, we have 5 personality shapes. So as we have 4 teeth, we have 5 shapes. So we call them as personality shapes. And these shapes we have learned in our childhood: square, triangle, rectangle, circle, and the squiggly line. So we have all learned this in our childhood and we are aware of it. What we need to know is we need to know the depth of each personalities. Now, before I move ahead, let me give you some disclaimer. While you will be going through, okay, I'm going to give you small description of each shape and personality. This is only 1% of the entire 100% workshop. Okay, so what I'm giving you is just an intro part of it. So you will not be able to understand exactly kya hai, kaisa hai, because I'm just introducing you and I will show you the demo. Secondly, while I'll be taking you through it, you will see yourself in, अरे मेरा थोड़ा square में भी दिख रहा है, थोड़ा circle भी है. The answer is yes. because we have all the 5 personalities within us, only one is dominant. Okay, only one is dominant and rest all are in traces, थोड़ा 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 है. इसीलिए आप अपने आप को अलग अलग शेप्स में भी आप देखोगे. Okay. So these are the 2 disclaimers I'm telling you. Now each shape has different needs. There are some core needs of each shape. So what do I mean by need? Need means I need it. ये मेरी जरूरत है, इसके बिना मैं रह नहीं सकता हूँ. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल सांसों की जरूरत है जैसे जिंदगी के लिए, तो सांसें जरूरत होती है जिंदगी के लिए, सांस नहीं रहेगी तो जिंदगी नहीं रहेगी. So each shape has core needs. That means they want it, they need it, and they cannot live without it. So for example, the square personality has the need of security, certainty, objectivity, and perfection. उनको सारी चीजें perfect लगती है. They are perfectionist. जो triangles होते हैं, they are status oriented, they are power oriented, they are achievement focused, and they are success focused. Rectangle, they need direction, they need support all the time, they are discovering new things, and they need a lot of attention. The one who is squiggle is always excited, they need a lot of change, they need variety of things, and they are extremely spontaneous. Whereas circles, they'll need love, intimacy, harmony, and deep connection. So while I'm sharing this, are you able to see yourself in one of the shape? Are you able to see?
Yes.
Great, right? So, and if you observe very carefully, none of the needs of each shape are overlapping with each other. इसीलिए हम देखते ही हम आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं ये जो मेरे सामने जो पेशेंट आया है इसकी क्या जरूरत होगी, उसको मैं कैसे बात करूंगा, क्या बोलूंगा तो ये इन्फ्लुएंस होगा, ये डायरेक्टली पता चलता है कि नीड्स आर वेरी वेरी डिफाइंड, क्लियरली डिफाइंड. ओके, नाउ लेट्स टेक अ स्मॉल ट्रैक, अ डिफरेंट ट्रैक. हम अभी बहुत सारा प्रोफेशन अपने बिजनेस के बारे में ज्यादा बात कर रहे हैं. लेट्स टेक अ स्मॉल ट्रैक इनटू फैमिली. वी आल्सो लिव विद पीपल, वी आल्सो लिव विद shapes. All those who are parents and you have kids, your kids also come in shapes. So the benefit of learning psychogeometry is not just professional but also personal. It will help you become much more better parent for your children. Okay, for example, if you have a square personality child at your home, they would love rules. Okay, they don't share their toys with anybody else, and they ask a lot of questions and they need answers to all their questions. The one who is a triangle child, triangle बच्चे को बोलो बेटा just run for fun, they won't run. But you attach an award to the running, they will run, because they always are competitive in nature. They want to be on limelight, they want to be on stage always. The one who is a rectangle child, rectangle children will need a lot of support in decision making. They are not very strong in decision making. So as a parent, if you realize your child is a rectangle, the support will come automatically. There is a support by default, but if you understand the child is rectangle, so you know you won't get irritated with the child. If you have a squiggle child, they're extremely excited all the time. They need new toys every day. They need variety of toys every day. Okay, आज नया toy खरीदा है, कल तक वो बोर हो जाते हैं. And if you have a circle child in your family, circle child will come. आप शाम को जब घर आते हैं, then they will come and hug you. They will bring water for you. चाय लेंगे, चाय लाके देंगे और बोलेंगे, "Mama, Dada, how was your day?" Are you able to see your child in these 5 shapes? So now let's come back to the business world. Now एक हमने बात कर लिया नीड के बारे में, अब बात करते हैं एक्सपेक्टेशन. इंटरेस्टिंग चीज क्या है, जो मेरी नीड है अब सामने वाले से एक्सपेक्टेशन बन जाती है. For example, me as a person, Pranti as a person, my need is to be always on time. I'm never late for my meetings. And I expect my team member also to be on time. If my team member, she does not understand me as a person, as a personality, she will not be in a position to fulfill my expectation. And when the need and expectation are not fulfilled, there is conflict. Okay, so I'm showing you, you have to look at it and you have to tell me what kind of relationship they both will be sharing. For example, you are a square personality. Okay, you are a doctor. Okay, you could be your team leader, you could be a parent, you could be a part of the team, whatever it is, in whatever role you are playing. you're a box personality, and you expect other people to be orderly, accurate, and persistent. And you have a squiggle subordinate, staff member, or a child. Please read through and let me know what kind of relationship they both are sharing.
Chaotic.
Chaotic.
There would be many quarrels, unhappy people, unhappy team, too extreme. They don't go along well.
Perfect. Beautiful. Now let's take one more example. You are a circle personality. Okay, you are a circle personality who loves to work in caring environment, in trustworthy environment, but you have a friend, you have a parent, you have a brother or sister, elder brother or sister, or a colleague who is a triangle and who is saying or she is saying, use authority, create your visibility, work only for achievements. What kind of relationship they both will be sharing?
Yeah, no harmony at all. They don't go along well.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Strained relationship.
Strained relationship. Perfect. Now go back to the page where you have written the name of your difficult person, the difficult person of your life. Go back to that page. You will realize people are not difficult. They are different personality than us. इंसान डिफिकल्ट नहीं होते हैं, उनका व्यक्तित्व, उनका नीड, एक्सपेक्टेशन हमसे अलग है, हमसे मुख्तलिफ है, इसीलिए मुश्किल होता है. So people are not difficult, they are just different personality. And rectangles, they have their own challenges, own expectation from other shapes and own differences with other shapes. Is it helping you? Some feedback. You are liking it? How is the feedback till now? Are you finding it?
Yeah, awesome. Very nice. It is helping.
Perfect.
Informative.
Perfect. So let's go to some more depth of these 5 shapes. This is called as the working need of each shape. हमारे टीम में बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं, and I mean working with lot many corporate world, और मैं corporate job में भी था, तो मैंने ये देखा हुआ है, मैनेजर्स एक चीज बोलते हैं, सपोज उनका एक एम्प्लॉय छोड़ के जाने वाला है और उसको रिटेन करना है, रिटेन करने के लिए करते क्या है, अरे उसका सैलरी बढ़ा दो, उसको बोनस दे दो, लेट अस रिटर्न दैट. ओके, लेकिन you realize after some time that not everybody gets motivated with money. And by learning psychogeometrics, I realized that every shape has a different working need. For example, if you have a square personality in your team, the need of that square personality is respect. They need to be respected. If they feel they are not getting respect, they leave the organization. Triangles, they love to lead a department, lead a project, lead a team. If they do not get opportunity to lead something, if they do not get opportunity to lead something, they leave that organization. Rectangles bring in the change element. They try to bring in some change ideas. ऐसा करें क्या, ऐसा रख सकते हैं क्या, seating arrangement ऐसा कुछ तो change करने की कोशिश करेंगे. If they feel that change ideas are not accepted, they leave the organization. Circles love to connect, लेकिन अगर इनको एक conflicting environment में रख दिया है, they don't feel like working, they leave. Squiggles, they love to create, they love to innovate. अगर उनको creation या innovation का मौका नहीं मिलता है, they leave. So you can see each shape has different working need, and अगर हम समझ जाते हैं, हम अपने best employees को retain कर सकते हैं. Similarly, हम best patients को भी retain कर सकते हैं because उनकी भी ये need है. Okay, so now coming to कि भाई हमने कहाँ train किया हुआ है. So these are the organization where we have trained. So you can see the list is huge. It is still adding up. I have not updated few more names. Okay, so we have trained around 3,800 participants, which includes all the professions that you can talk about. Okay, so we have included all the professions here. Now, with the psychogeometrics, you can take a quantum leap in your own profession. Now, is psychogeometrics that simple? Okay, let's do a demo of it. So all those who are here in the room, Neha has picked a few names, जो आपने description जो भी लिखा था, उन्हीं में से कुछ नाम ले रहे हैं हम. So I would recommend जिसका भी नाम लिया जाए वो unmute करके सामने आए.
Yeah. The first one is Dr. Neeti Padiyar. Dr. Neeti, can you please unmute and put on your video? It would be really great to interact with you. So she says she is jolly, spontaneous, and happy-go-lucky.
Niti, you are there? हाँ, Niti. Can I ask you to unmute? Unmute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Niti, where are you from?
Sir, I'm from Pune.
Pune. Which place?
Kothurud in Pune.
Oh, quite close. Okay. So and कितने सालों से आप प्रोफेशन में डेंटिस्ट्री में?
5 years.
5 years. Okay, great. So निथि के बारे में कुछ चीजें जानना चाहिए. निथि is very very persuasive. अगर उसको जब कोई एक आइडिया कोई एक चीज क्लिक हो जाता है जब तक उसका मतलब जब तक वो बोर नहीं हो जाती तब तक वो करती रहती है. किसी भी पार्टी में ओके डांस फ्लोर पे सबसे पहले डांस निथि एंड एंड तक जो एनर्जी में नाचने वाला कौन है निथि. सो निथि के पास जो लोग अट्रैक्ट होते हैं दे ऑल गेट अट्रैक्टेड फॉर द एनर्जी दैट यू हैव. निथि
Okay.
राइट. सो people always would be asking you कि भाई ये एनर्जी लाते कहां से हो.
Right.
Right? Okay. Now few people who trigger you and upset you. Suppose if I come to you and say, Dr. Nithi, I am Prantik. I am here to talk about my training services. अगर मैं इस टोन में अगर आपसे बात किया तो तुम शायद अपने स्टाफ मेंबर को ग्लूकोन डी है क्या इसको जरा देना. तो इतना डल आदमी को कौन सुनेगा.
Right, sir.
So you cannot operate with the people who are very dull with low energy and who speak very slow. You can't deal with
Right.
that. Okay.
Right, sir.
And एक चैलेंज हो सकता है कि भाई जिस दिन आपकी चीजें ऑर्गेनाइज की जाती हैं उस दिन आपको चीजें मिलती नहीं है.
True.
So that is Nithi the squiggle.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Okay, so we have Dr. K. Srinivas Kumar. He says he is selfish, money-loving, and egoistic.
Can I ask you to unmute, sir?
Okay, he's not comfortable coming on screen. You can have an interaction with him.
No, I need to listen to him. Na?
Yeah, he will not put on the video. Sir, can you please unmute yourself? Okay, I think there's some challenge. We'll move on to the next person. We have Dr. Gayatri Babar. She says she's smart, confident, and helpful.
Ms. Gayatri?
Dr. Gayatri, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, she's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Gayatri. I just want to know something about you. Where are you from?
I'm from Pune, sir.
Mm-hmm. And since how many years you are working?
I'm working since 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Which part you live in Pune?
Nigdi, Pradhikaran.
Pradhikaran. Okay.
Yes.
Check. Good. इनके 3 वर्ड क्या है बता. नेहा.
Sorry?
Neha.
Yes.
She says she is smart, confident, and helpful.
Okay. So, Gayatri, just for an example, okay? Just for an example, अगर हम दोनों बहुत अच्छे दोस्त हैं, okay? और मैं रहता हूँ बावधान में, और मुझे तुमको तुम्हारे निगड़ी से मुझे बावधान बुलाना है, which is around 40 minutes far away. और मुझे तुरंत चाहिए है, तो मुझे एक ही चीज करना पड़ेगा. मैं गायत्री को फोन करूंगा. हेलो गायत्री. हाँ प्रांतिक. हेल्प. काफी है ना?
Yes.
है ना? तो तुम अपने आसपास में ये कुछ चीजें रखना बहुत पसंद करते होंगे. A family photograph, flower plant, some eatable item, okay, a memorable gift. अपने 16 साल पहले किसने दिया होगा वो भी एक रखना पसंद करते हो तुम.
Yes, yes.
क्या क्या है
True.
तुम्हारे आसपास में, क्या क्या है ऑफिस में?
सर आपने जो मेंशन किया वो सब है.
सारे है ना? ओके.
सब है.
सो गायत्री, जस्ट फॉर बेनिफिट ऑफ ऑल, क्या हम एक दूसरे को जानते हैं?
No.
क्या कभी भी मैं
No.
आपको मिला हूँ?
No. This is the first time.
This is the first time we are interacting. Okay,
Yes, yes.
right. So Nithi, same with you. So this is the personality Gayatri, who is a circle. Okay.
Yes, yes.
तो सर्कल को जब भी आप मिलने जाओगे, ओके, ये सपोज ये आपके पेशेंट है, राइट? सर्कल, शी कम्स एज अ पेशेंट. सो इफ सर्कल या फिर गायत्री एज अ पेशेंट आती हैं आपके पास, तो प्रेफरेबली आप ऐसा उनको टाइम दीजिएगा कि आपका नेक्स्ट पेशेंट थोड़ा सा लंबा है, क्योंकि गायत्री जब आएगी वो बहुत लंबा बात करना पसंद करती है, बहुत ज्यादा बात करना पसंद करती है. इसीलिए डॉक्टर्स का ऐसे पेशेंट्स के साथ बहुत ज्यादा टाइम जाता है. Okay, so these are the people who talk a lot, right? Okay, thank you, Gayatri.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gayatri. Next one we have Dr. Utkarsha Goe.
Dr. Utkarsha.
Dr. Utkarsha, can you please unmute yourself?
उनके क्या वर्ड्स हैं?
उनके वर्ड्स है chatterbox, overthinker and emotional.
Okay, so Utkarsha is very much like Gayatri. Yeah, she's very much like Gayatri. Okay, so let's stop it here. Now you see, यहाँ पे दो लोगों ने बात किया और काफी अगर बाकी लोगों ने बात किया होता, I would have identified. The only thing required, वो 3 words are not the magic, by the way. 3 words ऐसा है कि कुछ लोगों को हम ये 100 लोगों में से कुछ लोगों का नाम लेना है करके हम वो 3 words बोलते हैं. So एक एक्टिविटी जैसा होता है. Basically what is needed is we need to listen to them. हम उनको जब सुनते हैं, 30 सेकंड के लिए जब सुनते हैं, उनका आवाज का क्वालिटी, वॉइस टोन, वो वहां से भी पता चल जाता है कि वो क्या पर्सनालिटी है और हम एग्जैक्टली उनके साथ वैसा डील कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो आप किसी को भी आप मिलते हो तो आप ये आप आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो. इट बिकम्स दैट सिंपल. सो दिस इज अ स्मॉल डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन फॉर साइकोजोमेट्रिक्स. Now, what are the 5 benefits of psychogeometrics? 1, it is one time learning, one time investment. यानी कि आप एक बार इन्वेस्ट करोगे, एक बार सीखोगे, लाइफ लॉन्ग के लिए वही चीज रहेगा. इसमें हम लेवल 1, लेवल 2, लेवल 3 ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं करते हैं. It is only one level, one time investment. Second, you can, once you learn it, you can use this science to communicate to any individual across the globe. किसी से भी बात कर सकते हो. We have participants from across the globe, Sri Lanka, Dubai, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore. Okay, हर जगह से हैं and हर तरफ the science works the same. It's a proven science and very effortless to use. आप किसी से भी आराम से बात कर सकते हैं, जो अभी हमने देख लिया. It will make you very confident and popular while dealing with people, and also very influential because people like people who understand them. So now I understand कि अगर मुझे निधि को अगर मिलने जाना है, निधि as a patient भी अगर आती है, so निधि will be very very bubbly. So मैं उसके साथ dull energy करूंगा, I will not be able to build rapport. उसी प्रकार से गायत्री अगर आएगी तो गायत्री अपने पर्सनल चीजें बहुत शेयर करना पसंद करती है, वो कनेक्ट करना पसंद करेगी. सो एज ए डॉक्टर मुझे उसको टाइम देना जरूरी है. इफ आई डोंट गिव दैट टाइम विद हर, शी विल फील डिसकनेक्टेड एंड इट विल नॉट बिल्ड रैपो विद गायत्री एज अ पेशेंट, एंड आई विल लूज हर एज माई पेशेंट ऑल्सो. ओके, आपके सर्विस बहुत अच्छे हैं, बट देयर इज अ ह्यूमन टच इन एवरी बिजनेस. सो दिस ब्रिंग्स द ह्यूमन टच. Fifth, it's a very unique science and very profound science to grow into the best version of yourself. Okay, जो बहुत सारे लोग सोचते हैं best version कैसे, so this becomes one of the important things. So just सोचो, okay, you can put in the chat box, where do you think you can use this science, in which area of your life?
Dr. Tripti says all the aspects. Like,
Of the aspect, great. Now, if you are taking the decision to learn the science, will it take you closer to your goals or away from your goals?
closer,
Closer, right?
personal and professional preference.
Perfect, perfect. And this is what happened with Dr. Jugal and Dr. Pawan. Okay, Dr. Jugal and Pawan, they attended the science on an online platform during the pandemic. Okay, and they both got benefits, so we have invited them here. Okay, especially so that you listen to your fraternity people. So how does it benefit them? So, Dr. Jugal, let's hear from you. Yeah.
Hi, Prantik.
Hello, welcome.
Yes. First of all, I would like to thank Prantik. My decision of doing the psychogeometrics during the COVID pandemic was a game changer, and the benefits of which I am reaping till date. Just to give you an example, basically I'm a dental implantologist and I do a lot of full arch, full mouth implant cases, which is a pretty high-end treatment level in dentistry. So I have, and earlier I used to have a set template around 15 to 20 slides of presentation depending on the case that was there. And for all the cases, I used to take them through that presentation. My strike rate was around 35-40%, you can say. However, after doing psychogeometrics, I have started to personalize my presentations to each patient. And one patient I very vividly remember, it was immediately after I completed my program. It was he was a hardcore triangle, and his age was somewhere around 78 plus. He came down. I examined him. I could identify that this guy is a hardcore triangle. So once done, it took me just 2 slides and less than 2 minutes for me to convince him for a full mouth implant. That's
Wow.
it. So imagine if I would have taken him for 20 slides, he would have walked out. So this is the difference that it makes, helping me to identify with my patients, few circle patients who are there. I spend a lot of time with them, have a coffee, chit chat with them. So they are now my lifelong patients. They keep sending patients to me. Please go to that doctor. He is very caring. He is a very nice person. So that's how it has helped me to build good relationships with my patients.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, Dr. Pawan. You're able to unmute?
Okay, let me just check.
It is done.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening. Good evening to everyone, and thank you, Prantik sir, and also Neha ma'am. You have been a lot of support for me. I have done psychogeometrics after Jugal sir told me to do psychogeometrics. It's quite useful tool as such, and it has, of course, I come from very similar to what Gayatri Babar is background. So I spend a lot of time with patients, and sometimes it goes beyond, and sometimes they feel that I'm not confident enough. Sometimes people feel like, especially people who are triangle and boxes, they feel that I'm not confident enough or I don't have data enough to share these things. So I have been benefited on both personal front as well as professional front. Personal front, a huge change. Professional front, of course, I have been doing extremely good. So there is one patient, just like Jugal sir told, there was a case which as soon as he came down, he was a lot of periodontal problems he had, gum problems he had, and we were supposed to deal with him. So as soon as he came down, he was slow, systematically speaking. So I got to know that he is a more of a box kind of character, and he needs lot of data. So I told him, sir, let me first get the all data and then get back to you with the complete plan. So we spent good 30 minutes on collecting all the data and presented him with everything, written format, printout, and I sent all printouts one set with him. And when he came back, he took two days to go through all the data. He was very, very meticulous and very keen. And post 2 days, he came back to me and he told, sir, none of the doctors have given me so much data in clearance. So I would love to get the treatment done. And now, whatever I say is the accurate treatment for him, because he understands that I give a lot of importance to data. Even though I am not very good with it, I took somebody's help to prepare all those data, but then yeah, it helped a lot. It helped a lot. And now whole of his family is coming to me just because he trusts. Now, no, his family members go nowhere. He wants them to be treated by me only. So that's a very fantastic kind of response I get. Otherwise, I would have easily lost. It's not a big case, or it's nothing like that. But you get a lot of referrals from these kind of people, and the trust which they build is amazing. So I feel extremely fulfilled when I go back home with all these kind of cases which I have done.
Beautiful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Good. Thank you. Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm so glad that you are here. Great. Thank you. Okay. So now, as I mentioned, let me go back. So Dr. Jugal, Dr. Pawan, they are from your same fraternity and it is helping them out. So in both the cases, if you see, they are just able to identify what the next person, the patient, prefers to listen. And they are just providing the information as the patient desires to, not what I feel like telling. So जब आप patient के हिसाब से बात करते हैं, they are able to influence and they are able to propose the much better services that they were doing earlier. So it has helped many other people. So let's do a small poll over here. So there are a few questions that will come in front of you. So I want you to write it. Okay, take the answer. Okay, thank you. So there are other more people who have got benefit out of it. Now, how can you learn this thing? Okay, so let's talk about that. How can you learn this science and benefit yourself? You can learn this science on 2nd of July, that's a Sunday, in person in Pune. It's a program starting from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, so breakfast will be from 8 to 8:45, 9 a.m. will start, and 7 o'clock we'll be closing the program with all lunch and evening breaks. So this is happening in Pune, and this entire workshop is a lot of fun, lot of notes to be taken up. Lot of role plays we'll be doing in the same way. Somebody will be sitting in front of you as a patient, and you will be talking to them. So we'll be doing a lot of practice, ताकि real world में जाके आप उसको easily आप run कर सकते. So you can get in touch with Neha. It's her number. There's another team member of mine, Rupa. So either of these number you can just connect. Okay. Now the investment part for this. Okay. The investment is 7670, which includes the GST. But we are putting a link in the chat box. It will be active till tomorrow midnight, till 12th. So it is an early bird offer of 6500. So if you register before tomorrow midnight, you'll get at 6500, which includes the GST part. Okay. And it is not just this workshop that you are paying for. in this same price, you are getting this one-day workshop along with a 2 hours advanced session. In this 2 hours, we'll be talking more on the emotional aspect of each shape, how they are triggered emotionally. So in the entire workshop, you'll be going through discovering language of each shape, what kind of words they prefer to listen, उनको क्या सुनना पसंद है, कैसे सुनना पसंद है, उनको क्या बातें बोलेंगे तो influence होंगे वो. Second is you'll know the aspiration, needs, belief of each shape. Okay. You can build bond through personal sharing, like circle जो ऐसे personality जिनके साथ sharing करना बहुत पसंद है, and also you will be dealing with patients who are not your same personalities. So उनके साथ bonding आप कैसे कर सकते हो? How can you lead your team of staff members, even knowing that they are different personalities? In the advanced session, you will be learning emotional triggers and strategies how to manage them. ये सारी चीजें आप कर सकते हो. Now, as I mentioned, lot of notes should be taken up. आपको identify करने की जो shape cards होते हैं वो मिल जाएगा. उनके साथ कैसे communicate करना है, वो जो strategies जो है उसको हम बोलते हैं flexing, वो मिल जाएगा. There's a workbook attached to it. So all these things will be given to you. And most importantly, okay, my gratitude to all of you. Okay, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking your time from a working day. So ये बीच में आप निकाल के आप आए हैं. Thank you so much for that. And I realized that जितना भी negativity है हमारी life में, one thing that helps to solve it out, one simple way is called as gratitude. So we have created gratitude journal. उसका link हम आपको अभी chat box में डाल रहे हैं. You have to just click it. Page में देखेंगे towards the end of that screen, you will see 66 days gratitude journal. तो वहाँ पे click कर देना है. You download it, take a printout of it, and keep writing those 66 days gratitude journal. It will serve out very beautifully to all of you. Okay, so that's another gift from us. So one is the advanced session, and second is the gratitude workbook to all of you. And with this, I thank all of you. I thank IDA Dombivli branch for organizing this and inviting us for this session, and an opportunity to share my information to all of you. And I hope to see all of you in the workshop, and let's have fun. Thank you so much.
It was an amazing session, Mr. Prantik. Wonderful demos. And what magic was that? How did you do it?
Psychogeometrics.
What magic is that? Like, how did you know about each and every one like that? Just by 3 lines, 3 words.
So that's the benefit of it. And while you do not get a lot of time with your patient to identify hysterical कौन है, indifferent कौन है, so here we give you those clues, those ideas कि आप just वो पैदल भी चल के आएंगे and hi hello कैसे हैं डॉक्टर, इतना भी अगर बातचीत करते हैं उतना काफी आपको आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए. So that's how it helps you.
It was a wonderful session. Also, we would like to have a question and answer round. So if anybody has any doubts, you can ask Mr. Prantik right away. You can either ask through chat box or you can unmute and ask.
Yep.
I think Dr. Kamik Chaudhary has a question. What is with the ideology of 66 days? Okay,
scientifically it is proven that it takes 66 days to make anything as a habit. So to get into the automaticity of it, so you need to practice anything for 66 days. It becomes a habit.
Anybody else has any questions? Now at least we know there are different shapes of people.
Okay, Dr. Nithya, is this concept safe for all age group? Yes, it works same for all age group, everything, because the personality does not change. With children, you can identify their shape after the age of 10, because the personality gets built up by then. So, how difficult it is to mug up all the shapes and there. How difficult? Well, I will make it so simple that I promise you, जो notes भी मैं आपको दे रहा हूँ, आपको दोबारा पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. I make it that simple and that interesting. It restores in your mind forever. Like for example, Dr. Jugal Pawan, आप कितने बार notes पढ़े हो? You did it 2 years back, but how many times have you read?
Hardly.
Hardly. One, twice.
Never, sir.
Never. So there are two participants already who have done it. Dr. Jugal must have read once or twice. Dr. Pawan has not even read, but he's still practicing it, using it. So it becomes that simple. Have been wanting to listen now. Okay, thank you, Dr. Sneha. Can a personality change? Can a person? No, the core personality can never change. Like for example, Dr. Harsh, I know you. We interacted that day. So you are a circle, and you will remain a circle for the rest of the life. What you will learn in the workshop is how to adapt other personality to have purposeful and effective communication during the conversation with the patient or your staff member. So वो जो 20 मिनट 25 मिनट आप पेशेंट के सामने बैठे हैं या स्टाफ के साथ मीटिंग कर रहे हैं, उस वक्त कौन सा शेप अपने अंदर लाना है, कम्युनिकेट करना है, and you go back to your original shape. That's how it is. Dr. Srinivas, thank you so much. Gratitude.
We already have our first registration from this session.
Gratitude. Thank you so much. Post 2nd July, we have not yet planned, because as it is, this we are doing after we do it in a gap of every 3 months. So we did it last month, April. So May, June, July becomes the 3rd month. So we are doing the 3rd month.
Anybody has any more questions?
Okay. Please create a WhatsApp group. Yes, you will be added up in the WhatsApp group. Your number would have come to us. So you'll be a part of a WhatsApp group. 100%. So let me wrap up the entire program with a small example. Okay. Dr. Pawan, what is your mother tongue?
Sir, Kannada.
Kannada. Dr. Jugal?
Gujarati.
Gujarati. Okay. I speak Odia. Okay. Odia is my mother tongue. Neha is a Maharashtrian, so she speaks Marathi. Tripti, आपका क्या है?
Hindi.
Hindi. Sorry. So now let's understand. हम 5 लोग एक कमरे में बैठे हैं, and to do a brainstorming meeting and very important meeting. Dr. Pawan, Dr. Jugal, Prantik, Dr. Neha और Dr. Tripti, हम 5 बैठे हैं. हमारा agenda is to talk about growth. हमारा agenda is talk about goodness. सब कुछ. बट हम अपने मदर टंग में बात कर रहे हैं, हम अपनी मातृभाषा में बात कर रहे हैं. तो ये 1 घंटे के बाद इस मीटिंग का सारांश क्या होगा, आउटकम क्या होगा?
Sir, nobody will understand anything.
Nothing, right? Zero. Nobody will understand. Okay. वही चीज हमारा आज की तारीख में हो रहा है. जो स्क्वायर पर्सनालिटी है वो अपना स्क्वायर साइकोलॉजिकल लैंग्वेज में बात कर रहा है सर्कल के साथ. जो सर्कल है वो ट्रायंगल के साथ सर्कल लैंग्वेज में बात कर रहा है. यानी कि एक गुजराती जो है कन्नड़ा आदमी के साथ गुजराती बात कर रहा है, एक हिंदी वाला उड़िया वाले से हिंदी बात कर रहा है. समझ में कुछ भी नहीं आ रहा है, जिसका आउटकम इज नथिंग. एंड हम ये सोचते यार हम इतना बात करें, रिजल्ट क्यों नहीं आ रहा है. सो बेसिकली साइकोजोमेट्रिक्स क्या करता है, हमारे एक दूसरे के साइकोलॉजिकल लैंग्वेज को समझने में मदद करता है और एक प्लेटफॉर्म में लाता है ताकि हम दूसरे की भाषा समझ सकें और दूसरे की भाषा बोल सकें. दैट इज व्हाट साइकोजोमेट्रिक डज, एज सिंपल एज दैट.
So one question too.
Yes, Dr. Nitin.
It was a wonderful session and very nice presentation. Just I'm curious to know whether this is a part of regular जो psychology के graduates होते हैं. This is the part of this curriculum, or it is altogether different way of putting the things which has been designed. I'm just curious to know about it.
Okay, so if I talk about the psychology part, they only study personalities. There are introvert, extrovert, they are emotional, they are intuitive. इतना ही सीखते हैं.
Okay.
They don't go into the depth of it. So this is a altogether different science which takes the origin is coming from the personality types, which is coming from Dr. Carl Jung studies. वहां से लिया हुआ है and it has been created differently. Okay. So now look at the magic. So Dr. Nitin के साथ अगर deal करना है, very important things. One, you need to speak slow while dealing with Dr. Nitin, because if you speak fast, he says थोड़ा slow बात करो. He loves people to speak slow. Second, 11 बजे का time है, please 10:55 पहुंच जाइए, because he does not like people who are late. Okay, and whenever you meet him, preferably shake hand करो या नमस्कार करो. He is not a hugging person. Right, sir?
Yeah.
So जितना आपने पूछा है उतना काफी था पर्सनालिटी समझने के लिए.
Okay.
That's the magic
Nice.
of it. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Prantik Panigri. Once again, it was very wonderful interacting with you. And also, thank you, Dr. Neha, for connecting us with Mr. Prantik.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
And I would like to thank Dr. Jugal and Dr. Pavan also for your presence here. And now I would like our Honorable Secretary, Dr. Kamit Chaudhary, to give a vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Trupti. And frankly, thank you so much to you, to Rahul, and to Harsh to getting to arrange this session so effortlessly. I would also like to thank Lalit first because he was very instrumental in giving us that go ahead signal ki ha theek hai kara pude ja kai harkat nahi. I would like to thank Prantik. I will not say thank you to Neha because I know she's not expecting any thank you out of me. Me and Neha we go way, way, way back together for almost 20 years now. Neha, if I'm not wrong,
Absolutely.
since the day one of dentistry. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Miss Rupa. I think she is the back end person who is very instrumental in getting all of us together through the technological front.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Pavan. Thank you, Dr. Jugal. Let's see if we can pursue this to a newer level. Thanks a lot once again, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. See
Thank you, Dr. Kamit. I mean, Dr. Kamit seems too much for me. Thank you, Kamit. Thank you, Lalit. Thank you, Dr. Trupti, Dr. Rahul, Dr. Harsha, for being there and accepting this unique concept for your branch actually. And I have always been a big fan of IDA Dombivli because it's been one of the most vibrant branch I've ever seen. So thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to conduct this session. And thank you, Dr. Jugal and Dr. Pavan, for accepting our invitation to be here today.
Thank you, Neha. Thank you, Prantik.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. God bless.
To announce our upcoming activities to all the members.
Yeah, so we have 3 activities in near future.